Hey, how's it going, everybody? Robin here. Welcome to my channel, Oracle Rising. So this is my channel where I am here to hopefully help you guys out on your spiritual ascension, escaping the matrix, just learning a little bit about yourself, and hopefully connecting as a tribe. I have met so many people on this channel just full of love and light. We're on the same path, so it's just really nice to know that you're not alone out there. So today I wanted to talk about the new moon in Leo, and this is going to be on August 8th, which just happens to be 2 days after my youngest son's birthday. So I know he very rarely watches my content, but if you are, Patrick, happy birthday. So when the new moon is coming into the zodiac sign of Leo on August 8th, there's going to be a ton of stuff available to you guys, including the aspects of a Leo. Okay, so Leos are warm and generous. They are dignified, however dramatic. They are charismatic and magnetic. You can certainly feel when a Leo walks into the room. There's no questioning that energy. It's very, very powerful. But they're also a harsh self-critic. So you could be entering this time where I'm getting the words actually because I'm always surrounded by my spirit guides. It could feel like a manic depressive episode. People call that also bipolar, where you could be wildly vacillating between emotions. You know, you could be sort of questioning your own, I don't know, am I going nuts here? Like, what is happening? It's the new moon in Leo, okay? So you take your sun sign, combine it with the sun sign of Leo as the new moon moves into it, and it's going to be it's like a stick of dynamite, okay? So should be a ton of fun though. So just as long as you're aware of what energies are going on, you should be protected. So I have 5 points here that you guys could really take advantage of. And one of them is to bask in your own glory. And that is such Leo energy. And I brought the deviant moon to help us out to sort of interpret these energies. And yes, I've talked about my son, but I'm going to again. So he was a very active sports guy. He was captain of his football team in high school, as well as captain of the rugby team. So he was very talented and he knew it, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes the way he walked off the field, it was insane. Like he was like, you know, as if he was playing in an NFL game or, you know, meanwhile, the crowd was pretty minimal because it was high school football in Manitoba, Canada. So anyway, basking in your own glory. There's nothing wrong with that. Hey, I did amazing. I look amazing. I really smashed that out of the ballpark, you know, just really taking credit for the things that you've done. This is no time to be like demure about your accomplishments because the universe wants to hear about it and you need to hear about it. It's like sometimes we kind of want to wait for other people to congratulate us, but that's a little bit slow going sometimes, isn't it? So why wait? Start now, you know, just, hey, I rock the house down, you know? So let's have a card for that, basking in your own glory, which cats have no problem doing. They walked it as if they own the place, and I love that energy. Yeah. So I pulled the Magician card, and this is exactly how you manifest the life of your dreams, you know, basking in your own glory, saying how amazing you are. Those negative times, and I have them too, you guys. I've said this before, just because I'm sitting here on YouTube or whatever, it doesn't mean that I have any less emotion than anybody else. I'm just a real person with a calling, okay? So I was having a pretty big sulk on this morning just because blah, 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 whatever, feeling down in the dumps about, it doesn't matter. So I have to put music on. I have to go read my affirmations. I have to shake it off, like literally like, that's enough, you know, and then start counting my accomplishments. So, and this is what the universe responds to. It responds to both energies. Don't get me wrong. You know, so you have to choose your energy by basking in your own glory. I really like to recommend, and I said this to my older son a couple weeks ago, you know, because he was having a a bit of a scenario where he didn't feel like he was getting anything done. And I said, you know, just look at where you've started, because he just recently started a new job, and write down what you've done, you know, really like markers, and then look back on it. And, you know, journaling your successes every day, or looking at one thing every day that you did really well, even if it like, hey, that was a great shower. You know, do it, say it out loud, congratulate yourselves, man, I am awesome at showering. You know, take a small win if there's no other win available. So I had a card fall out, so let's relate that to the next point, which is to supercharge your manifestation. Okay, so with the above two things that happened, I was saying basking in your own glory and the magician. This is all about manifestation. Lacey's being weird off. Hi, we see you, okay? She's a very strange dog. So I pulled the high priestess. Man, this is a creepy card. This whole deck is creepy. So this is the high priestess creating her own opportunities. Okay, so the high priestess is generally a very intuitive, even though she looks like she's a little bit afraid here right now. She's just about to open up a new portal for herself, and this is what you guys can do too. You can open up your own portals with the high priestess, and it doesn't matter what you look like when you do it. You know, I know a lot of people that put a lot of attention into wearing certain things, you know, carrying a good luck charm. I have to clear my morning voice here, guys. Sorry. So I wake up sounding like a frog and looking like a troll. Okay, so it's no picnic over here. So anyway, high priestess. Yeah, I mean, it's great if you want to do all the rituals of wearing a certain thing. You know, however, like a lot of people incorporate like physical, like genuflection or yoga. You can just do this where you are right now, because you're magic enough without calling in all this other stuff. If it makes you feel good, go for it, but you don't have to either. Like I've said on, I think this channel and my other channel, that, you know, I tap into my team in spirit because I know they're there. I know my higher self is there. I know the opportunities are there. So you can just be magical just by being you, everyday you. It doesn't take anything special except the recognition that you already are magic and you already are the high priestess. So you can just basically shake the house down, you know, whenever you want to. If you want to put on your fancy cloak, or, you know, put on your makeup or whatever makes you feel super magical, go for it. You know, going back to my youngest son again, whenever he was playing football, his ritual at the beginning of every game was opening up a can, like a cold can of chicken noodle soup, and drinking it on the sidelines. And I'd be like heaving from the audience. But he thought it did the trick. So, I mean, if you need to open yourself up a cold can of soup and slam it down to start working on your supercharged manifestation process, do it. Do whatever makes you feel good. But you can just also sit there and go, oh yeah, I'm super magical. Shazam, you know, it's possible. So, enjoying the simple things. You ever see a cat where it's just like, I'm just going to go lay in here in this sunbeam and it's going to be the best thing ever, you know? So you can look at your life like it's the best thing ever. Oh, I'm getting into my car. This is going to be the best car ride ever. You know, I'm going to have a coffee or a tea. It's going to be the best hot beverage ever, ever. Everything, just like really speaking that into, like, this is the best pen I could ever purchase for myself. You know, I have the best hair. Like, it's okay to say stuff like that, you guys. That is not ego. That is like really boosting yourself. So enjoying the simple things, like the simple quiet, you know, or the hustle and bustle of a downtown, like whatever it is, just like, wow, this is really cool. This is really beautiful. I'm so lucky to be here. That's called a gratitude affirmation and a gratitude practice. And I find that not enough people do that. And honestly, on my worst days, I find that I don't do it at all. So I think this is a really good reminder to just enjoy the simple things and then be grateful for them. And I'll pull a card here for you guys. So you've got the Page of Wands. So I think that's what's really interesting about this, is that when you start having gratitude, when you're thankful for the things around you, you'll just start to notice that there's more things to be grateful for. Okay, so the Page of Wands is messages on how to move forward. You know, talking to the universe is the same as if somebody is talking to you or you're talking to somebody. You know, I don't respond very well to somebody that is always talking down, or they're sarcastic, or they're mean, or they're rude. I don't want to talk to them anymore, you know. But if somebody comes up and says, hey, you know, and they say really positive things, I'm more apt to listen and not storm out of the room and slam the door, because I'm an Aries. So really just be mindful of that, because the way that you enjoy the simple things can really help to bring in messages on how the big things are going to arrive into your life here with the Page of Wands, guys. Did I tell you it was a creepy deck? So the next one is to express from your heart. I love that. Like, so many of us just have filters, you know, and they're put in place just over years and our experience with people. I think one of the nicest things that we can do is like compliment strangers, you know, people that you're just passing by, like, oh, I love your shoes, you know what I mean? Like, your hair looks so nice today. Just really don't hold back, you guys. And it's okay to talk about things that are uncomfortable. There's just, you don't have to tie any sort of supercharged emotion to it. Just say, hey, I really feel this way about that, and I wanted you to hear it. You know, open up your heart. That's where you really are living in your heart. So I pulled a card for, well, it actually jumped out of the deck. This is so appropriate that this is the King of Cups. This is the guy that is so in charge of emotions. And I think people get really amped up about expressing themselves because they don't know how they're going to be received. Okay. And then people, they have a tendency to imagine this entire scenario based on what somebody else is going to say, but you don't know what they're going to say. You're imagining what they're going to say, so it'll back you down. That's your inner saboteur that you're having a conversation. You are not speaking to another person until you're actually speaking to another person, okay? So this is like really controlling your emotions and not letting your emotions control you, and just saying things like, I deserve to be heard, whether it's something that you're upset about or something that you're really thrilled about. So King of Cups, beautiful card here. And the last thing I have, and it's quite a sentence here, the balance between personal pursuits and external obligations. This is always very important. You need to leave enough time in the day for you. You know, what is your personal obligation? Is it your family? Is it your yoga practice? Is it meditation? Is it volunteering? You know, is it reading at night? Is it doing nothing and just sort of sitting and zoning out and watching videos? Like, what is your personal obligation? There's like, as Leos, like my son is a Leo and I dated a Leo for about 8 years. His whole focus was on his career. And then he kind of expected me to sit there and just watch him work and he worked all day, all night. It didn't matter. And it was a long distance relationship, so we didn't get to see each other very much. And when I did see him, all he did was work, okay? And I was like, hello, I'm sitting right here, and I'm probably not going to see you for another 3 months. And he never got that, and it was just really hurtful. So, you know, if you're focused too much on one thing, you have to kind of understand that something else is going to pay the price for it. So, and this could be your workout routine, your friends. So it can be very difficult to pour as much energy into your personal life as it is into your external obligations. And I tend to think of career, you know, when I hear external obligations. So really try to balance that off, you guys, so everything can thrive. Because once something withers and dries up, it's very, very difficult to get it back. You know what I mean? So let's pull a card for that. So I've got the World card, and this is saying that you can do it all, okay? You've got everything that you need within you, all the tools to be able to accomplish everything. You know, pouring all of your energy into one thing, it can be a bit of a detriment, unless it's just for a short time period. You know, if you want to think of medical residence or something like that. But just look at what needs balancing. And if people in your life are saying, I would like a little bit more of your attention, maybe you should consider giving it to them. Or obviously I'm thinking about my own situation, right? Because we split up for a reason, is because I was just sitting out in the cold. Like, it's like really fun watching you on your BlackBerry and your laptop all night long. You know, yeah, super fun for me, and just really was frozen out and then not being understood. So this could be a little bit of a risk factor, but you can do it all. Like, we don't have to work 12 to 14 hours a day. And I want to suggest, if you're at a job where you're being asked to do that, that maybe you find another job, because that's just ridiculous. Everybody needs a personal life. Everybody needs personal connection. Everybody needs downtime. And the World card is here to tell you that you can do it all under this new moon in the zodiac sign of Leo. Anyway, guys, namaste, love and light. Love you guys. Bye.